How you doing, everybody? This is Top here again. Gonna do a game review on another demo that I played on the PS4. This game is ShoTTa. Now, to all the people who remember ShoTTa, this is a game that is, kind of rehash of a game that was done a very, very long time ago. I think it would be sometime around the Nintendo days, Super Nintendo, and that time period. Brought back onto the PS4 and remastered, done in special detail in a side-scrolling game fashion. So this is only 2D, but it's got that 3D kind of feel, because you'll got the background kind of, things in the background and that. So they really give it a nice look, redoing it and everything. And I did enjoy this game. I've always enjoyed the ShoTTa games throughout history. You're kind of that ninja, and it's got those special moves and everything. So to give you a little bit of background about this game, ShoTTa returns in his brand new adventure, complete with incredible side-scrolling action and lightning-fast combat in a massive interconnected world. You've got lightning-fast combat. You can use an arsenal of moves and weapons against your enemies, while just moving through this 2D game world. And really good graphics, background to attention to detail and everything looks great. From scorching enemies to freezing them in their tracks, deflecting a host of bullets. You have an indestructible plasma charge, and just using a whole bunch of different tactics while in the game. You can jump, climb, run through the game. You can use your speed and agility, like a ninja, to do special moves in the game and just move around really quickly through the game. So you've got different types of enemies in this, like cybernetic soldiers, biomechanical creatures. So all different types of enemies that you'll be facing in this game. Now, for those that do like ShoTTa, remember this back in the day, this rehash version of this game is cool. One of the main bosses that you're going to see me battle in the end was a lot of fun, and the attention to the detail of that boss was really cool. And when you do see it, like, you can kind of see what more to expect in the game. Now, here's an idea of just some of the attacks that I was talking about. He's got the dash attack, he's got the charge attack, you've got the kind of cartwheel flip, and just the overall moves of a ninja, right? So here I'm fighting these two guys, and they're pretty difficult, man. Like, I guess they were the kind of semi-bosses, but they had the ability, as you could see, to disappear. Now, fighting one of them was pretty easy, but when I had to face two of them, it did get a little bit more difficult, but I figured out the way around that using the charge attack. Now, one way I did get the charge attack, I guess it's kind of power-ups that you'll go throughout the map. You'll reach a power-up section, and then when you destroy that box, you get that specific power-up. So I guess they're going to give you more and more different power-ups throughout the game. Now, here is one of the bosses that I was talking about, and here you're going to see me actually jump on this boss, and you get an idea of what I was talking about. It's this mechanical Deborus or something like that, I guess they're calling this thing. Could be wrong, but it was interesting to see how in a 2D scrolling game they can make the boss look so cool, and still bring it to life. And how I'm going to end up fighting this thing is like really cool concept of how they did it. I'm on the back and I have to ride it while it's up in the sky, and I have to try to find my way to the head so that I can destroy it. And each time, like right now, it's going up, so he actually climbing it using his kind of grapple hooks to get up. And then I gotta kind of watch myself, because it's got these electric shockers on the side that can shock me and almost either knock me off or kill me. So you got a lot of that vertical gameplay, then it will go to the side, and then giving you the variety of different bosses to fight. So kind of the same old ShoTTa mentality. I mean, the older games were pretty much 2D too. So the difference with this being that you've got more attention to detail, and they could probably add a lot more features in it, make the bosses look a lot better, have different ways of defeating them, having some really cool cutscenes and things like that. Brings the ShoTTa franchise back to life and gives you a whole different look, be it the weather in the background and the clouds. You can kind of see the way the city looks, and it really, really looks good. I was impressed with the demo. Not my type of game now that I play, Battlefield and also games like Destiny that's coming out. So for an indie game, I would I would play it, if I'm a little bit bored with the other ones, maybe I'll jump on this, try it out, beat a few levels. It is fun for its simplicity, for just being that simple kind of game. And it's, not an overwhelming bunch of buttons that you have to press to do different things. Just keeping it really simple, fun, and challenging at the same time. So here's an idea, another of a cutscene of where what I'm doing here is destroying the cylinders on the back of this dragon, and I guess that kind of gives it its power so that it can fly. So I'm going to destroy these cylinders, and you're going to see this part was pretty difficult, these little missiles coming at me, and I had to kind of dodge each missile so that I could find my way back to the dragon's head to destroy the cylinders on its head. Now, these type of indie games are really common on the PlayStation 4 as of late, because we're not really getting a lot of AAA titles. Summer seems to be that dry season where we really don't get to see a lot of really big games. But come next year and come, around Christmas time, even October, we're going to see a lot of really good games. But in between, we're given these type of indie games, which I think is a really good idea, to give people a chance to have something to play. They're inexpensive, they're not that expensive. You could get this for, I think, under $10 to buy this game for. So a lot of the indie games that are coming out, take a look at them. They are good. They're small developers, and who knows, we support these small developers. They could be the ones to come out to make a lot of the bigger games. I mean, every developer started off on a small game and then moved from there, right? So it's always good to help to support these small indie developers. Now there you saw I died, so I'm gonna have to redo this again. Didn't cut it out because I couldn't beat him there, so we're gonna put it back in where I actually beat him so you can see what's going on and get an idea of how to beat this boss right here. Once again, support your indie developers. I've played a lot of indie games, and I'm going to do a few reviews on indie games in the demo store, and I like to do these demo reviews for people that who may be interested in the games. Maybe they see them in their PlayStation store, they look at them, they say, no, I'm not going to touch this. But excuse me, I sneezed there for a second. But they want to try out the game or even look on YouTube and see videos of the game to see what the game is like. And a lot of people do post videos about the games, maybe don't talk in detail about the games, but I want to give you an idea of what I thought about the game and just overall gameplay of the demo and what you're gonna see in the demo. So if you do say, hey, that looks pretty cool, I'm gonna try the demo, you get an idea. And just looking at this demo, I mean, the boss alone makes it really fun to play. There's probably going to be a lot of other cool bosses, and this is just the first boss that you face on the first map in the demo. So I can really see them putting in a lot of other cool bosses that you can play. So I'm going to leave you here with just some gameplay that you can watch for a bit and kind of get an idea of what Strider is all about. Alright everybody, so there you get an idea of how you destroy this boss and kind of see the cool changes that happen when I destroy the rest of the cylinders. And that was the end of the game right there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and hope you come back to see more reviews.